Welcome to a new episode of Hochschule Voices, the podcast that delves deep into the vibrant life and stories of Rhein-Waal, University of Applied Sciences, and the rich cultural tapestry of the Lower Rhine region. HSRW is not only home to a diverse community of international students, professors, and staff, but also welcomes guest lecturers from all over the world. This rich diversity fosters a unique academic and cultural environment where knowledge and ideas transcend borders. Today, we are honored to have with us Professor Assogbadjo, who brings a wealth of knowledge and experience from his work in non-timber forest products, conservation, genetics, forest ecology, and ethnobotany. Hailing from the University of Abomey-Calavi in Benin, he has made significant advances in his field and received more than 11 prestigious awards worldwide, including the George Foster Research Award from the Alexandra von Humboldt Foundation.
My name is Achille Assogbadjo. I'm from Benin, Faculty of Agronomic Sciences. I am agronomist and forester as background. I did my PhD at Kent University in bioscience engineering, and now I'm a full professor of forestry conservation genetics at University of Abomey-Calavi in Benin. I born the 3rd of May, 1974 in Benin, Republic of Benin, located in West Africa. I did my primary school in Benin, the secondary school in Benin, mainly focusing in science and mathematics. I did my engineer degree in Benin and my PhD in Belgium. And I used to double as a visiting professor in many countries, in Côte d'Ivoire for the doctorate school of climate change and agrobiodiversity. I was also visiting professor in Brazil, but also in Chuo University at Tokyo in Japan. Now I'm here because I'm one of the award, Alexandra von Humboldt. Then this year we were 6, and I'm the one from sub-Saharan Africa, and I'm very grateful for that.
Can you explain what the Alexandra von Humboldt funding is?
Yes, it is a German foundation which is really wants to deepen a partnership with German research universities, research institutes, and foreigners worldwide, independently from the country of origin. Then they want to link. They want really German to become a center of excellence where scientists from everywhere in the world can get connected and work closely through a platform, collaborate for science, and also work closely for development purpose to have impact on society and also impact on the policies and so on. The main objective of the foundation is to support the scientific relationships and get really German in the central of this collaboration.
How did you actually find your field of studies?
I used to work on non-timber forest products like baobab, what you have here at your botanical garden. I used to work on that. Why? Because first of all, when I was in primary school, I noticed that Africa has a lot of potentiality, a lot of diversity. In my single country, Benin, we have more than 3,500 species, for instance. And among these species, about 800 are used as medicinal plants, and about 200 are used as food. But at the same time, I also noticed that we are really, people do not eat as they eat. Why? Because of maybe they don't well manage the existing potential we have at hand. Then my dream was, since that time, to use the local resources for the benefit of our farmers, our communities, to really help them diversifying their food, but also their resilience and the adaptation more and more to the risk and to the hazard, because they have everything around themselves. We just need to think and help them on that. When I came to the university, I chose agronomy because I realized that this is the best way to reach my dream. Because agronomy is more or less focused on how to use nature for the benefit of communities. And I continue the same way till my PhD. And also now I'm a professor working in the field of forestry using these resources for the benefit of community. That is the history. Since primary school, I want to really help community with the potential we have at hand. Yeah, this is my dream, and I think I will reach that.
What are like the biggest challenges to accomplish this dream?
Yes, the big challenges is, at the beginning, I need support. And support because, my parent, my father, he deaf already, but he is a teacher at secondary school. Then he doesn't have enough means to support really. Then this is really challenging. Then I need a really, university anywhere is very costly. Then I should really work hardly to win scholarship and so on to support this is the first challenge. You need to be really strong and work hardly to find your own support, because support from parents is not really obvious. Secondly, I used to work on something which is very strange, because most of our government, they want just to focus on very simple things. But what I want to do is a bit very strange, because why use all those resources? It is not easy, because they work on rice, maize, and so on. Then using local resources, that means forest resources and resources from agroforestry systems, it's not really easy. Then you need to convince them for the relevance of what you are doing before they be aware about that and support you. Also, one challenge is we are in the world which is very complex and also ambiguous. Then working on all those environments is not easy. Then you will need to develop your leadership skills, your personal development skills, and you need to also be very strong, because we are in the world where competition is very high.
What are a few strategies you think that might be usable to convince them that your research field is important
To convince them, firstly, try to improve my capacity, my personal capacity. Firstly, to apply for grants worldwide. And if you win, that means even outside, they notice that this is relevant. Then from your own country, they start also thinking this is really important, because you have really get confident from outside. Then they should now be careful on you. This is first. Secondly, if you have your first grants to work, you should really work hardly to publish, because we are at university. Publication is key for any given scientist at a university. I used to publish a lot to convince more and more that now I have my audience. I can develop my strategy by showing to everyone who wants to know that this is relevant. Then I published to date many papers, more than 250 publications. And this is not common. It's not common, but I have a team, because I lead a non-timber and forest product and off-farm crops unit at my university. Then I have a postdoc. I have more than 20 doctors and PhD already graduated. And all of us, under my leadership, we closely develop a very big team working on all those resources. This is really convincing. And we used to develop, for instance, many products to the community. From Baobab, for instance, we used to develop 13 products for the help of students, and these products are linked to the small and medium enterprises now. They are the small entrepreneur working, and they have their job, and they can live based on that. And also now we can get resources from forest to the community with the quality control, because we try to investigate many things before moving to the industry. But it's not a big industry, just smaller, but it's something. I have one of the students, we develop a product. He has himself 7 young people working with him. Then this is also job creation. It's not too much, but it's something. And they are really happy with this job. And
what is the product
the baobab? I don't have it.
Yeah, I know how it looks, but did they harvest the baobab?
Yes,
fruit?
they harvest and they process, and we have many products that we have developed.
But is it mostly like a food product, or
Yeah, there are many products, maybe.
so everything what you can think of out of this tree?
Yeah, there are food products,
Yeah.
mainly.
Yeah.
Mainly food product. But now we are in the process to develop some cosmetic product. But our first focus is food product. Then I'll try to develop with my team all those things.
It's like drinks. It's
This is the product developed.
dough.
Seasoned baobab leaf powder, complementary food. This is fermented cereal dough enriched with baobab pulp, maize flour. Then
Yes.
we've only like wheat here.
Yes.
To develop more than 1,000 products. Then
Right.
with this, we can do the same.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that, and also with this, you can have money. You can get money to the young, and they can develop themselves, their own enterprises, because I know how to do, and then I can lead them to that.
Yes.
And this is always my view. And also we try to help community to grow in situ, and always my it's like that we used to.
That's like and that's planting, right?
Crafting to reduce the cycle, the production, and also we used to measure. This is the tree, very big tree.
Yes.
Then carbon sequestration to calculate per hectare what can be derived from as money, and we used to calculate all those things. And now I can say everywhere that this species this is just an example, can be used for the sustainable development goals. Then that's why I think I'm doing something.
Yeah. My question, because like you mentioned that applying for grants, like just to start out, to raise awareness for a topic, right? Apply grants, do papers, because I think sometimes people think like universities are like an ivory tower, right? Yeah. But what's interesting is that what you said before, that by applying grants also from outside your home country, that then the awareness inside your own country, because they realize, there is interest in Germany. You mentioned Tokyo before.
Exactly.
Japan. That's it's worthwhile. So, so I mean that is a great example what science actually can do, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, science is, before at university level, we think we should work closely among ourselves. But this is not helpful, especially in Africa. We need to get community engaged. We know that universities are mainly for research, but it should be like here, applied research. If you want theories, the theoretical university should be created and separated from the applied one. And the applied one should also get community at the center of their thinking. And I realized that in the developed country, it is already almost more or less like that, because your research really helped the community. It should be the same at our place. And that's why this partnership and the collaboration with the one who has already this capacity is key. because we can come here and learn and also bring what we have as resources, and together we can really achieve very more. And that's why such type of collaboration for me is always welcome, because the guys like us, it is really the best way to proceed, because, I'm not a politician, I'm a scientist, and for a scientist, you should be free at your mind and create for community. This is what I really think. Yeah.
Did you already had like the chance to learn about like the local industry, agro industry in this area?
Here in Germany, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet, but I'm planning that for the next visit, because now the weather is it's not really.
Well, there's one. I think there's like one, but not a lot. No, a few.
Yeah, but we are planning that to have a look at some companies that can be useful for our work, of course, and then discuss with them why not to strategize a kind of collaboration.
What do you think is possible for this region, but also with this university, to learn from your research and from Benin? And
yes, of course. Yeah, you are right. I gave already 2 lectures to the master students. They are about 25. I think they are international master students. They came from Pakistan, Nigeria,
probably
Kyrgyzstan.
Biological resources.
Biological resources.
Yes, yeah.
Then I gave them one lecturer focused on industrialized species, the species that are there but not really well, for added value. And through this exchange, this is always the starting point of the international relationship and collaboration. Always. Someone come, say some things, you are interested, and you get in touch with him, and you start. Always. Secondly, I gave another lecture on agroforestry to the same audience. And for me, it is an opportunity to share our experiences. I told you I published more than 250 papers, but it is through this audience I can share what we used to do and what are the outcomes from our researches and the way forward with them, through collaboration. What is really interesting, the first time I met, I knew already Florian and Geba a long time ago, but we met last time in Malawi, where you have a team here working with Malawi, Sudan, and so on Baobab. Well, they invited me to join as a guest, and it is through this conference we discussed about the Alexandra von Humboldt application. Just 5 minutes discussion, and we keep in touch, we apply, and we succeed. And that's why I say, if you have an opportunity to share something with a colleague, with the student, a researcher, scientist, it is always something that can open the way for all. This is really important. Then it is for me the opportunity to share what we did at our site in tropical Africa with you and colleagues here. Yeah.
Do you have like the feeling that the way science is done or taught you're not here you just came here more or less, here in Germany and the other universities you teach before, is there a difference or?
Yes. Knowledge is everywhere. That's true. Science is everywhere, but it's not performed the same way. Here, what I noticed, you are really well equipped. I have seen the equipment you have, and I was impressed. For this, it's not a big university. It's not big, but with a very impressive equipment. At our side, we do not have such type of equipment because we do not have support from our community, our government, globally. It's not only my country. Then we have many resources, but we do not have equipment. Maybe you have less resources than us, but you have equipment. That means it is really simple. Collaboration. We bring the resources, we analyze them, and together we find our result, and we can communicate. Then the way you used to do it here is you are really well equipped. Then the practices is a reality. You say something critically, you can go to the lab and practice, and you have the result. To date, I won 11 prizes worldwide. This is one of the, my achievements. I won really 11 prizes. The outstanding one, including Alexandra, the George Foster Awards I gave this year. I was granted by the Academy of Egypt as the best scientist working for food security and nature and so on. I have the name in science at Oxford University, where I have been granted a prize. I win many prizes in ecology, ethnobotany, many prizes. Then this is my achievement. And this is first. Secondly, I train a lot of students. I train because I won a lot of grants and projects. Then I use this opportunity to train more than 150 masters to date. And they are graduated. I still have some PhD students. There are 5. And I used to train to date more than 20 who are already graduated their PhD. Then I give impact who are doing something related to our field of interest. Then for me, I used to impact this young to develop some products that are already on the market. I'm not alone. I have a team. Then the products are already on market, and this impacts society. I used to train community to improve the way they used to proceed based on my scientific research. And finally, I can say I have a lot of network because of the science I used to perform. Then I have some achievement, and you know already the challenges. The challenge is always you need to go far, and you need support. And such type of support are always welcome to strengthen our dream, to help us moving toward our dream. Then that's it.
Yeah, that's really interesting that like all the achievements come out that you had this dream, right?
Yeah.
Like one idea sparked so many.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The multiplier effect is a reality.
And this is what science and knowledge can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.